Hello, and welcome to the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger Method program overview. You are watching this because you've probably reached out to me in some capacity asking for information on the program and how it works. And so I put this video together for you to explain everything right from the beginning. So who is the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method for? Okay. It's for women in midlife, right? Women over 40, women in perimenopause or menopause who want to get fitter, leaner, and stronger. But right now, you might be feeling a little frustrated and you're feeling stuck. Right now you might feel as though your body has taken on a shape of its own, no matter what you do. Women come to me over and over again, wanting to get fit, lean, and strong, but struggling with cravings, nighttime overeating, weight loss resistance, especially around the midsection, weight gain, despite working out and eating clean. They're struggling getting on track and then falling off track. They're struggling with exhaustion and frustration. And what happens, what a lot of people will do, of course, we all do this when we're frustrated, especially with our weight, we Google weight loss. And then we go on to exercise more and eat less, trying all the diets, cutting all the carbs, and doing our best, right? To do what everyone's telling us to do. You're eating clean and working out, and it's just not working. Okay, all the info on the internet is feeling overwhelming, and you just feel stuck. You feel broken and you feel frustrated. And a lot of women tell me, like, I feel like I'm on the edge of a nervous breakdown. And if this sounds familiar, you're in the right place. So what do, right? How do you get fitter, leaner, and stronger? Before I tell you about the program and what we do in the program, I want to talk a little bit about the big problem first, because if we don't understand the problem and if we don't understand what's going on for you, it's going to be really hard to make the adjustments to your workouts, make the adjustments to your nutrition, and most importantly, make the adjustments to your mindset and your brain that you need in midlife to get the results you desire. Because if we don't diagnose the problem, we tend to keep going, we don't do the right things to fix it. And this is what I see women doing a lot. So I compare this to a car. Like if your car is clanking, and you take it to the mechanic and you're like, my car is clanking, let's change the back tire, right? Let's change the tire. And the guy goes, okay, let's change the tire. And he changes the tire and you drive away and it's still clanking. And you're like, well, I'm frustrated. Why didn't that work? You go back to the mechanic and you're like, change the tire. It's still clunking. So he changes the tire and you drive away and it's still clunking and you're frustrated and you're wondering like, what? And for me, what we can see in that example is that you didn't assess where the clunking was coming from. You just went immediately to change the tire, but you didn't assess the problem. So the solution you applied to the clunking in the car was the wrong solution to the problem. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my brain anyway. So this is what happens. Women are frustrated, gaining weight, exhausted, craving, overeating at night, doing all these things. And we think that going on a diet, eating less, and exercising more is the answer. But we've never assessed what the problem is. And so that solution isn't working. But then our bodies aren't changing. And so we go back to that same solution. And we do this over and over again. And so this is where the problem lies. And I need you guys to understand this so that we can assess the problem. So then we can actually look at what the real solution is. Okay. So we have to talk about the big problem when you identified with, yes, I'm gaining weight. Yes, my midsection is yes, my belly, I'm frustrated with it. Yes, I'm exhausted. Yes, I'm falling off track. Yes, I'm overeating at night. I'm binge eating at night. Right. If that's you, right? I'm at the edge of a nervous breakdown, hating my body, right? We have to look at the big problem. So these are the problems from like my professional opinion, what's going on for people in this situation. After I've worked with thousands of women, okay, and I see this all the time. I see it over and over and over again. Women are feeling this way and they diet, they go to cut carbs, cut calories, restrict all the things and exercise more, and it's not working. Okay. So the first problem is that women are losing 3 to 8% of our muscle mass per decade after the age of 35. Muscle is metabolically active. So as your muscle mass goes down over the age of 35, so does your metabolism. Okay. This is happening because our hormones are shifting. That's just the reality of our life in midlife. Our hormones are shifting and we're losing muscle mass, which means our metabolism is slowing down. Problem 2, diet culture and the internet tells you, well, you better just eat less to lose weight. Fitness culture tells you, well, you better just exercise more to burn off more calories. So women do more cardio, they eat less, they cut carbs. And what happens is we lose even more muscle mass and our metabolism is downgraded even further. And the result is you end up losing more muscle, slowing down your metabolism even more. And that triggers a uniquely female, that triggers uniquely female stress hormonal driven fat storage. And it leads to exhaustion, hopelessness, frustration, and you feel terrible about yourself. You have a toxic relationship with food in your body. And so, right? So again, we do more cardio. It leads to more inflammation, more muscle breakdown. We eat less, cut carbs, train fasted. This leads to increased stress, increased inflammation, more muscle mass, and weight loss resistance. Leads to nighttime overeating, inflammation, restriction, and excessive cardio to burn it off. This is the cycle I see women stuck in over and over and over, right? And again, the result of I'm gaining weight and I can't lose it. I'm exhausted. I'm craving. I'm binge eating at night and I can't stop. We think the solution is to eat less and exercise more. But it's not working because we can't stick to it, right? And so we end up in this cycle of restriction, falling off track, feeling guilty, starting again. And every time we do this and lose a little bit of weight and then gain it all back, we're actually making everything worse. And it gets harder and harder to sustainably lose the weight, but also makes it harder every time to get fit, lean, strong, and healthy. We're actually doing the exact opposite. What we think is the solution, eat less and exercise more, is actually part of the problem, okay? This cycle leads to more and more muscle loss over time. It downgrades metabolism. It triggers systemic inflammation. It causes hormonal dysregulation, which leads to hormonal fat storage, not burning, and it leads to exhaustion and frustration. Okay, and so really I want you to understand that because that's why you are stuck. What used to work in our 20s and 30s does not work over 40 because our hormones are shifting. We have very unique hormonal profiles as we get older. We have very unique shifts in our hormones as we leave our reproductive years. And we can't ignore that. And that's why the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger program works, because I don't ignore that. And it works because instead of working against your natural female physiology, we're actually working with it. Like these women, okay? These women came to me struggling and stuck, just like you are. You joined the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method. I taught them how to adapt their workouts, their nutrition, and their mindset to work with their female physiology in midlife, and they're getting incredible results. But before those results, they were stuck, just like you are. So how does the program work? First of all, I want you to know that it's not your fault. If you're stuck in this cycle, this diet cycle, it's not your fault. Okay. This is what we've been pushed. This is what I call diet culture. Diet culture has been pushed on women since we were small girls. Eat less, weigh less, be less, move more, calories in, calories out. If you can't stick to it, it's your fault. even though those measures, those strategies, those fixes to our problems, and I say problems because I mean we're talking about our health, you know, the standard fixes to our health, our serious health concerns, are they're the problem, not the fix. We need to understand that deeply. But it's not your fault. It's because diet culture has pushed this on you. Social media has pushed this on you. Uneducated trainers who don't understand perimenopause hormones and shifts push this on you. Doctors push this on you, and it's making everything worse. And then second, I want you to know, the second thing I want before I get into how the program works is that I want you to shift your focus from losing weight to increasing your metabolism, balancing your hormones, and working with your body, not against it. Now, often when, again, we're getting older, right? we're starting to put on weight and we don't like that, right? I know that. But instead of thinking, oh my God, how do I lose this weight? Because that is what triggers your brain and all the social media stuff and all the Google searches to say, eat less, cut carbs, exercise more. We know those strategies aren't working. Instead, I want you to flip the script in your head and start thinking, how do I increase my metabolism, balance my hormones, and work with my body, not against it? Okay. I want you to start thinking long-term metabolic and hormonal health, not fad diet quick fixes, because they just don't work long-term. Okay. That's the first lesson in coaching with me. Okay. That's your first Fitter, Leaner, Stronger coaching nugget. Okay. So how do you do that? Right? How do we go from trying to lose weight and being stuck in that cycle, that negative cycle, to getting fitter, leaner, stronger, and actually getting results that look and feel incredible? That's what I want to help you with. That's what I do inside the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method. It is designed for midlife women specifically who want to get fit, lean, and strong. Okay. Who maybe have done a lot of diets in the past, or maybe whatever was working is no longer working and they need a different strategy. This is for you. Okay. This is the only 6-month program that exists in the world for women over 40 that focuses on increasing your metabolism and balancing your hormones to build a fitter, leaner, stronger body that is not only burning fat, but feeling incredible. We do this by combining my unique hybrid training plans designed for women over 40 with a macro balanced, anti-inflammatory, mindfulness-based, emotional mastery approach without dieting, restricting, or tracking a thing. And this is designed in a way that's going to leave you feeling incredible and back in control of your body in the way it looks. It's also permanently going to change your bad habits and your relationship with food in the most positive and sustainable way possible. And I want you to close your eyes for a moment and take a breath with me. Because I know you're stuck and I know you're frustrated. And I want you to imagine a life free from junk food cravings, free from binge eating. Imagine a life where you can eat one cookie with control and not the whole bag. Imagine a life free from the nutrition and the body struggle, confident about what to eat and how much to eat, where healthy choices come normal, natural, and easy for you. I want you to imagine a life with Beyonce level energy all day. A life where you look in the mirror and you start to actually and respect the reflection looking back at you. A life free from tracking, counting, and stressing about food. A life where your clothes fit well. And a life in a body that feels lean, sexy, and strong again. Okay? Because those are all the outcomes you're going to get when you work with me through the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method. And quickly, if we haven't met, I'm Carrie Adam, and who am I to teach you this? You might be thinking, right? I'm a physical therapist and a fitness, health, mindset coach, and I've almost been doing this for I think I'm in my 18th year now. I'm a mom. Those are my two little guys. And I love learning and studying, which led me to create the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method because I love studying and I love working with women and I love leading a fit, strong, healthy lifestyle. And I've studied tons of stuff. I love studying, and I've studied the science of exercise, performance, nutrition, female physiology, female hormones, mindfulness, and I've worked with so many women and I see them struggling. And I don't struggle. I don't struggle with food and with workouts and with my body. But the women I work with do. And it really was like breaking my heart. I'm like, but the strategies are so simple. Like, why aren't you doing them? Why do you keep going back to dieting and tracking and counting? Because it's not working. Do I have something wrong? How can I do better at teaching you and helping you guys, come over to my side over here and just simplify this and stay consistent? And I just kept studying and I kept learning. And every time I would see these women having a problem, I would do the research and create what I needed to help them overcome that roadblock. And then I do it again at the next roadblock and the next roadblock. And I created a system that's transformed thousands of women's health, body, and relationship with food and exercise. I did struggle with food very briefly after my kids. I had no energy and I was feeling foreign in my body and in my life. And it was so funny because I was exhausted and feeling foreign in my body and in my life. And so what did my brain do? Like, my brain went to training fasted, cutting carbs, counting macros, carb cycling. And actually that lasted for about a 2-month period. And it was actually the rock bottom period of my life. I felt like I was spiraling out of mental health control. But because of my brain and how it's been wired before this, I was able to catch myself and go, what are you doing? What are you doing? Your body is fine. Eat food. Get back to training strong, right? You can do this, Carrie. This is just a phase in life. And the voice in my head and the way my brain is actually wired brought me back on track. And then I never did any of that stuff again. And so I never struggled again. So I know how it feels to struggle, but it was interesting for me to like reverse engineer and put this all together and then listen to so many women struggling. And I'm like, this is what their brain does, but they don't have the brain I have. Because my brain before kids always, in the program, we learn about diet brain, because when you've been dieting for so long, that's all your brain knows. And so your brain always goes back to what's comfortable and always goes back to dieting. It always goes back to restricting, cutting. My brain didn't do that. My brain did it short period because of like this. I can see how it seems like this is the quickest way. This is the way to do it. Like, this is how I get what I want. But I also felt how that did not work. And the way my brain was wired was I was able to pull myself out of that, get myself back on track and stay consistent. And over the years of working with thousands of women and teaching them about strength training and macro balancing and watching them start and then fall off track, I was like, why is this so hard for them? And, when that happened to me, I didn't really realize what was going on in my brain. But I've always was studying it. And I was listening to a podcast and I was driving my car, and she was talking about how, your actions and behaviors, 95% of your life is lived in autopilot. And that autopilot is driven by the way your brain has been wired through repetition over your life. And so if dieting is a part of your life and being afraid of food and struggling with your body, like, those are the things you always go back to when life gets stressful and your body flips back into autopilot. You go back to the old habits that don't work, which is why we get stuck in that cycle, because you think it works. Your brain's like comfortable restricting and cutting all the things. Your brain thinks that's what it needs to do, but it doesn't work. Your brain does that when it's in autopilot mode. I'm going a little deep here, but stay with me. And I was listening to this podcast and I was like, oh my God, that's the missing piece. I need to rewire their brains. That's how I got myself out. My brain wasn't wired for dieting and hating my body and desperately trying to get smaller. my brain is wired for fitter, leaner, stronger. And so when I was on this diet train, I was like out of control. My brain was able to support me and pull me back to fitter, leaner, stronger, those habits and that mindset. And I was like, their brains are wired for dieting. Their childhoods, their life, their traumas have been different. And their brain on autopilot, when life gets crazy, pulls them back to the things that don't work over and over and over again. And if I want to help them get on track, I've got to teach them what to do, but I also have to rewire their brain. And that is the secret of the fitter, leaner, stronger midlife method. I'm going to teach you the most effective workouts for midlife, despite your changing hormones. I'm going to teach you how to balance your macros for midlife so that you can balance your blood sugars, set your body up to burn fat, and have energy all day. But I'm also going to teach you how to be consistent. And we do that through rewiring your brain. And that's what makes the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger program so different and so effective. It's not just the workouts and the nutrition. That's a small piece. It's the brain rewiring to help you stay consistent through all of life's ups and downs. And that's just something I kind of learned over time through experience. I mean, I know the basics. I know the science. That's the easy part. It's the why don't people do it? Why don't we do it? Right? Why don't we do it? Why do we fall off track and go back to those things that we know don't work? Why do we do that? We need to understand that. And that's what I'm going to teach you. Okay. So how does the program work? The program is, there's three parts of the program. There's the curriculum, which is where I teach you what you need to do, right? I teach you how to adapt your workouts, your nutrition, and your mindset for your midlife hormone shifts so that you can rev up your metabolism and build a fitter, leaner, stronger, healthier body. That's the curriculum. That's the what to do. But knowledge alone is potential power. It's knowledge plus community plus coaching, which helps you to take consistent action. That's where results are going to come. And so when we combine the curriculum, where I teach you all the whys behind what you need to do, right? All the behind the scenes curriculum stuff you need to know, we combine that with the community and the coaching, where we get to come together and have the conversations and help you understand, help you implement, help you overcome obstacles. That's where you're going to become a fitter, leaner, stronger woman. And that's what I help women become, fitter, leaner, stronger women in midlife. Okay. And when you do this, you build the skills, you build the focus and the confidence, you build the support and the consistency that you need to do the things you're supposed to do through all the ups and downs of life. And I can help you do that. And it's all in this beautiful program. So the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger curriculum and resources is the what to do. The Fitter, Leaner, Stronger coaching is the expert guidance and help you need as you implement. And that Fitter, Leaner, Stronger community is the daily support you need to stay focused and consistent so that you get results. Okay, you're not doing this alone. We're going to do this step by step together. I'm going to be your coach, and you're also going to have this beautiful community of women who are struggling with what you're struggling, who want to build fitter, leaner, stronger, healthier bodies like you do, and who want to go from dieting to training and eating to get fit, lean, and strong. Okay. And there's something really powerful in that community, because if you're stuck in a community of dieters who are stuck in this cycle, I mean, it's easy to get pulled back into it, but we need to rewire your brain. And you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And so that's where this program and community is amazing, because we are all working towards ditching dieting and learning how to become fitter, leaner, and stronger. Okay. So what's included? You get the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger curriculum. This is not found anywhere else, because I've researched this stuff, but more than the research, I've worked with thousands of women. And like I said, every time I see you guys are stuck somewhere, I've studied and poured into it and coached women through to get you unstuck. And so this is the curriculum. These are the things you need to work through. Okay. So you're going to learn to master your macros and tame your inflammation. This is key. I mean, in midlife, we have to adapt our nutrition to our shifting hormones, and our bodies are they're much more sensitive to inflammation and stress. And so we've got to tame that inflammation if we ever want to set our bodies up to burn fat and get fit. Okay. So we got to next level understand our nutrition, and tame our inflammation. And I teach I teach the macro balancing method. We don't have to track or count or restrict, but we do have to understand food. And it's a really simple method, and I'll teach you it. Okay. You're going to learn effective training to restore your metabolism in midlife. Because remember, our hormone, we are losing 3 to 8% of our muscle mass after the age of 35 if we are not training and eating to build it. I'm going to teach you how to train and eat to build that lean muscle so that you can restore your metabolism. Okay. But that's the easy part. Then we got to do some of that brain rewiring work, right? This is where pillar 3, you're going to learn all about diet culture. You're going to have the most incredible aha moments, and you're going to liberate yourself from diet culture so you get out of that cycle. Okay. And you just get fit, lean, and strong. Fit, lean, and strong. Okay. Pillar 4, you're going to rewire your brain and you're going to reprogram your subconscious patterns, right? 95% of your day, you're running these old programs. You go back to those diets and start restricting and signing up for these big things and then falling off track. We need to rewire that. Okay. And so we're going to do that. You're going to learn how to do that. It is awesome. It is fun work. And I'm going to guide you step by step through that. And it's amazing work. It's just amazing work. Pillar 5 is that you need to master your emotions and regulate your nervous system. Okay. If we fall off track every time our emotions get out of, life happens, life is crazy. And if every time life gets crazy, we fall off track and eat all the food we said we weren't going to eat, we are always falling off track. And our body hates this. Remember, our bodies in midlife are really sensitive to inflammation and stress. And when we're on track and off track and emotionally up and down, and our nervous system is all over the place, our body just feels stress. And when it feels stress, our cortisol's pumped up and insulin's pumped up, and our body is just storing fat, especially in our midsection. So we need to really learn how to master our emotions, regulate our nervous system, and keep our body in balance and homeostasis. This is so key for midlife as our hormones shift. We just don't have the resiliency we used to have. And so this is a piece of getting fitter, leaner, and stronger. So we've got to learn how to bring our body into homeostasis. And that requires learning about emotions and your nervous system and learning how to master them. Amazing. This is amazing work. It's so interesting. And I love taking you guys through this because it's amazing work. And then pillar 6 is next level mindfulness and self-discipline. Okay. Most people teach you self-discipline with dieting. Just work harder. Just have more willpower. You don't really want it that bad, do you? But that's not how I teach self-discipline. Okay. I teach self-discipline after you've learned how to eat, how to train, after you've liberated yourself from diet culture, after you've reprogrammed some of your subconscious programs, after you've mastered your emotions and you're in homeostasis with that nervous system. Now we can talk self-discipline. Okay, I know what to do. I'm feeling really calm and stable. And now I can have some tough love and conversation with myself to tighten up the areas I need to tighten up to get those next level results. So that comes at the end with next level mindfulness and next level self-discipline from a place of kindness and compassion, which I will teach you in this program. You're going to learn to self-coach yourself and become your biggest cheerleader, because the reality is you're the one that's going to be with yourself forever. And I don't want you to sign you up into a program where you're going to need a coach and accountability forever. I want to teach you what you need to know so your brain is wired like my brain. I don't need accountability. I don't need a coach for my fitness and nutrition. I never fall off track. I want that for you. And this is what I'm going to teach you how to do so that you are self-disciplined enough and stable enough and educated enough to do this forever and get fitter, leaner, stronger year over year, because that's what happens to the women who train with me. They get fitter, leaner, and stronger every year because they are equipped with the skills and the knowledge that they need. They got the coaching they needed to implement, fully understand, and rewire their brains. So they stay on track forever. And that's how you get results. Okay. When you sign up for the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger program, you get this on demand. So it's all in a website. You're going to get it right away when you sign up. And you get lifetime access to the curriculum. And there's women who go through this program over and over and over, always taking away new stuff, because you're like always at a new place in life, and you take new things away from it every time you do it. It's a really powerful curriculum. Okay. You get 16 weeks of live online group coaching. Okay. Now, a lot of women have never had coaching. They've never experienced coaching, but I'll tell you, when I hit that rock bottom and I was feeling exhausted and foreign in my body, and then I ended up dieting and doing all these crazy tracking, carb cycling things that only spiraled my mental health even further out of control, I got a coach. I said, I need someone to help me. Somehow, again, I just knew I needed support, and I needed like a safe space to kind of talk about what was going on for me. And so one of the things when women join this program, they don't realize how much they need coaching, but when it's over, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe how I loved the coaching calls. I didn't realize I needed this in my life. And so it can feel really scary at first, but once you come and you get to know us and we get to chat and work together and you get to meet the other women, and it's really amazing because we get to listen to each other and learn from each other. And I think we're actually missing that in the world right now. And it's a really safe space, and we all just learn from one another. And so when you sign up for the program, you get lifetime access to the curriculum, and you get 16 weeks, so 4 months of live online group coaching and 24/7 access to our community. Okay. You get access to the community forever, but you get access to live coaching with the group and myself for 16 weeks. This is so powerful. Okay. You're also going to get the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger 16-week progressive overload training program. In the module on effective workouts, you're going to learn all about strength training and progressive overload. And I'm going to give you all the workouts that you need, so you don't have to search anywhere. I like my workouts to be effective and short, and that's what I give you. I've got body weight programs and I've got dumbbell strength training programs. So you're going to get both of those, because maybe you don't have a gym, or maybe you're a beginner, or I do body weight programs in the summer when I'm away from my gym. So we want to have both. So you get both. So you essentially get 2 16-week programs that you can do anywhere and forever. Okay. These programs are killer. People love them. Super effective. Okay. You're going to get the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger Pro Metabolic Macro Balance Recipe Guides. Remember, I'm going to teach you macro mastery. I'm going to teach you how to master your macros without counting, but in a way designed to balance your blood sugars. Because if you want to restore your metabolism, get fit, lean, and strong as a woman in midlife, it's not just about calories in, calories out. It's really about balancing your blood sugars. Like, it's key. We've got to be doing it. We've got to be getting enough protein at each meal. I'm going to teach you how to do this so that so I said you, oh my gosh, excuse me. So that you are nourishing your body, fueling your body, balancing your blood sugars. This is what's going to allow you to have next level energy. Your cravings will be gone, and you're going to set your body up to burn fat all day. Okay. This is how you get fit, lean, and strong. It's not calories in, calories out. It's not cutting carbs. Okay. And so these are the results that women get. Okay. I don't ask women to take before and after photos, but they do, right? They do take photos, and I share them when they do. But most of the people that message me are this, like, just so many. I have like hundreds of testimonials. Feeling fitter, stronger, healthier, happier, and like I can do anything. The Fitter, Leaner, Stronger lifestyle is the only thing that has given me sustainable results that go way beyond the scale. I just want to tell you how so appreciative I am of this program. It has already changed my world so much. It's so freeing once the retraining of our brain begins. I'm so excited for the impact it has already had on me, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. It's amazing, the simplicity of it all once the dots connect. I absolutely love that you're doing this. It not only impacts us regarding our nutrition, but it trickles into all other areas of our life. And the thing is, when you struggle with your body and you struggle with food, you generally struggle in many, if not all, of the other areas of your life. And so when women learn how to build a fitter, leaner, stronger body through effective exercises, macro balanced nutrition, and the mindset retraining that we do in here, it overflows into all the other areas of your life, making it all better. Okay. Like I could go on about what students say about this program. They get so many amazing results. So if you want to build a fitter, leaner, stronger, healthier body, that feels incredible. If you want to learn how to balance your hormones, tame your inflammation, restore your metabolism, if you want to end the nutrition and body struggle forever, if you want to start working with your female physiology instead of against it, so that you can restore your metabolism and get results that look and feel incredible, join the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method, where we're going to train strong, eat right, and get fit. I practice exactly what I preach. Like I said, when you do these strategies, and they're simple, and when you stay consistent with them and you progressively overload year over year, just stay pretty consistent, not perfect, but pretty consistent most of the time, you get fitter, leaner, and stronger through midlife. Perimenopause and midlife and menopause does not have to suck. And I see women struggling, but I also see women dieting, excessive exercise, dieting, falling off track and stuck in that cycle. And if that's how you do this, if that's how you approach midlife, you're going to struggle. But you don't have to struggle. My clients feel better in midlife. My oldest client is 71. She said she's never felt better. My clients are telling me they're aging in reverse. I personally get fitter, leaner, and stronger year over year. Okay. I don't anticipate having many problems. I didn't have many problems through puberty. I didn't have many problems through pregnancy because I know how to take really good care of my body in a way that works with my changing physiology and not against it. I have a couple degrees, right? I have degrees in this stuff. I study it as a career and as a passion. And so I know, and I know that you don't have to struggle. And so that's why I created this. Okay. So what is the investment for the program? It's $997. You get lifetime access to the core curriculum and all the resources. You get 16 weeks of live coaching and accountability. You get lifetime access to the Facebook community. Okay. You get workouts, you get resources. And the total value of this program is close to $10,000. If you can't really even put a price tag on it. I mean, the core curriculum is my best work. It is everything that I've learned from working with thousands of women over the last almost 18 years. And I've packaged that up, and all the research and studying and courses I've taken, I've packaged that up into this core and unique curriculum that you are just not going to find anywhere else. And really, like, it doesn't even have a price that can go on it. So just a reminder of what you're getting in this program. You're going to get the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger Method core curriculum. You get lifetime access to that. So you can go over it again and again and again as you continue to age, because we all do. Let's be realistic, right? You're going to get lifetime access to the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger support community. So you're always going to have a support community of like-minded women, which in these days on the internet is absolutely priceless, because there are so many terrible groups out there telling women to do exactly the opposite of what they need to do. I see women working really hard doing the wrong things and wondering why they're so stuck and feeling so miserable. So you're going to be in a community of women who understand their physiology and they're working with it. Okay. You're going to get 16 weeks of live weekly group coaching calls with me and the other women on the calls. You're going to get the 16-week progressive overload training program. I have dumbbells, and you're also going to get body weight. So you have both. They're both very effective. And I actually like to flip between both, because sometimes I'd like to just do body weight, because then I'm training more for power and mobility. And then I'll do the dumbbell program where I'm really pushing for more strength focus. So I love switching. So you get both. And you're going to get the macro balance recipe and snack guides so that you know what to do. I've given you all the resources you need, so you don't have to search around Google trying to find it. And I'm going to give you the coaching and the community of support. Okay. And so the total value it's worth close to, whatever. It's worth somewhere around $10,000, but I'm not going to charge you that, of course. But the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method is $997. Okay. You're also going to get these bonuses when you join this round. Okay. Bonus one is a protein power guide. as women, again, we're losing 3 to 8% of our muscle mass because of our shifting hormones. That's what slows our metabolism down. Okay. And if we want to build muscle, we've got to be training to building muscle, and we've got to be eating to building muscle. And protein, high quality protein, has never been more important than it is in midlife. This is if there's one thing in the nutrition piece of this, that will just change so much for you, it's the protein piece. And in this guide, I'm going to teach you how to calculate and customize your protein intake for your goals. You're going to get a full protein list, sample meal ideas, and 15 ways to increase your protein. Now, you don't need to track and count. I've kind of done all that for you. You're going to different kinds of foods with how much protein's in each. And in the macro balanced method, you're going to learn how much protein you need for your unique body each day. This is going to help you really understand that protein. Okay. It's an amazing guide. The women in the program are loving it, and they're feeling so much better and getting so much better results. You're also going to get these two bonuses: the healthy and high protein soup recipe guide and the healthy and hydrating anti-inflammatory drink recipe guide. Because again, remember, our bodies are so much more sensitive to stress and inflammation in midlife. And I don't have any restrictions in my program, but what comes up often is alcohol. And women naturally begin to want alcohol less, and they want to start cutting back on alcohol. So we replace that with something else that's going to nourish your body. And so I've created a healthy and hydrating anti-inflammatory drink recipe guide to help you sub out the alcohol and replace it with something that's going to really truly serve your body and reduce the inflammation and stress instead of lead to it. Okay. And remember, stress and inflammation leads to hormonal fat storage. We don't want that. But you can drink alcohol in this program. There's no restrictions. I love a drink. It's in balance. Okay. Bonus 3 is the Breaking Bad Habits mini course. Because like I said, sometimes we have these bad habits, like a glass of wine at night. Now, if you just try to cut that or cut sugar out of your life, your brain sees that as restriction, and you're always going to end up binging. Restriction is the number one reason for binging, and then weight gain and further other problems. And so when you have a bad habit like alcohol or sugar or overeating at night on autopilot, we have to learn how to break that bad habit. And we all have bad habits, and bad habits are harder to break than creating new ones, new healthy habits. And so in this mini course, it's a bonus course for those of you who have a nagging habit you just can't break it. This course is going to teach you the science of how to break even the worst bad habit permanently. Okay. It's a fantastic science-based neurophysiology course. I love neuro. It's so interesting. Your brain is so interesting. Most people train their bodies. They don't train their brain. They don't study their brain. And that's why you get stuck. And that's why this program will help you, because we study your brain. We rewire that brain. Okay. Bonus 4 is advanced macros mini course. Okay. I teach the macro balancing method. Most people, when they want to get their nutrition on track, they restrict or they go to macro counting. A lot of women come to me from macro counting, but they can't stick to it. And so once you go through the foundations and learn the basics, and you're like, okay, Carrie, I'm now in the self-discipline module and I'm ready to up level a little. I want to tighten things up. Now we can learn advanced macros. So this is going to be a bonus in the course. When you're ready to up level and you're emotionally stable enough to a point where you can do some tracking and not have your mind spiral out of control and sabotage you, then we can track advanced macros. Okay. You're going to learn how to calculate and adjust your unique macros and adjustments based on your unique body goals. Okay. This is an advanced skill. But when done at the right time for the right reasons, it can change everything for you, really help you dial it up and learn so much about yourself. Often when people do advanced macros with me, it's for a short period of learning time. And then we go back to normal eating, learning, taking what we've learned from this period of macro tracking and advanced macros and on. But this is an advanced skill. Okay. And bonus 5, 2 months of extra coaching when you join now in this round. Usually it's 16 weeks of coaching, but when you join now, it's going to be 6 months of coaching. And I'm doing this because I usually sell this program and I offer it as 16 weeks of coaching, but people need more. People are kind of just getting into it, just getting into coaching, just starting to get results at 16 weeks. And it takes more. So yeah, I'm going to give you 2 extra months of coaching to really dial it in and really get some changes. Real changes take some time, you guys. They don't happen in 30 days or 90 days. 4 months is like when you begin to see and feel the change. 6 months gives you that extra that you need to like really dial it in. Okay. So let's break it down. 16-week coaching program, which is actually going to be a 6-month coaching program, right? That's the bonus. It's going to be 6 months of coaching. Okay. So you're in the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger program, you're going to get the complete Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method curriculum with lifetime access. You're going to get the private support community with lifetime access. You're going to get weekly group coaching support for 6 months. You're going to get the progressive 2, right? Body weight and dumbbell progressive overload training plans. You're going to get the pro metabolic recipe guides and all the bonuses for $9.97. There is a VIP option for those of you who are like, this sounds amazing, but I really want to work with you one-on-one. I'm not really into group calls. I have 1 or 2 spots open usually for a VIP option. And this is a 4-month program where you get all the same things, but you also get weekly one-on-one calls with me where I will hold your hand and really support you at that next level customization that you need one-on-one. Okay. So there's the 2 options. There's work one-on-one with me. That's $2,500, or the 6-month group coaching program, which is $9.97. Okay. And as a result of this program, where we combine education and knowledge with community and coaching to really blend together, right? Workouts, nutrition, and complete brain rewiring and emotional mastery. So you are consistent. You will experience Beyonce level energy. No more cravings. No more restrict, binge, and overeat cycles. You will be in control of your food, and it will be normal and feel easy. One of my clients was like, you kept saying it was going to be easy and I wanted to wring your neck. Nutrition felt so difficult for me. She had come from a long history of dieting. And she was like, how could this be easy? This is something I've struggled with forever. And by the end of the program, she's like, you're right. It's easy. Feels so simple. And I feel so much lighter. I want that for you. That's possible for you in this program. Okay. Your inflammation will go down, which means your body will be in fat burning mode. You will be nourishing your body with confidence. No more confusion. You will be free from dieting, counting, and tracking forever. There will be no more stress about food and your body. You will have a new level of respect and love for your body and all she does for you. You will have an improved mindset that you never knew was available to you. It's going to be a completely new way of life. You're going to trust yourself around food in any situation. You're going to be metabolically healthier. You're going to see that in your labs. People tell me, Carrie, my blood pressure is down. My cholesterol is down. Like my labs are coming back better, right? My triglycerides are down. My sugars are down. That was the big one. I've gone from prediabetes to my sugars are in the normal range. This happens because we're focused on metabolically healthy habits to you in midlife. Okay. You're going to have food freedom. You're going to have a powered up metabolism. You're going to be building lean muscle and burning fat, permanent fat loss. And you're going to have a fitter, leaner, stronger, healthier body that feels incredible, that overflows. That energy is going to overflow into every other area of your life. Okay. This program works 100% of the time if you do the work. Okay. But the work is going to be amazing. This is like the most fun, important work that you can do. And it's my job as your coach in this program to work with you through it. If you feel frustrated, you reach out. If you feel overwhelmed, you reach out. But I've created it in a way that's laid out step by step so that you just get to learn and come and implement small habits one at a time and really understand your physiology. That is this is like the most important work you can ever do, because, you know, you only have one body. And when it's broken and when it's sick, you know that it's the only thing you ever want to get back. And I used to work in healthcare, really, really sick people. And I'll tell you, they always said, I wish I'd taken better care of myself. Why did I not take better care of myself? Because once your body is broken, it's so hard, you know? And that's the takeaway I learned from working 10 years in acute hospital care, is that you only have one body. You need to understand it and take really good care of it. Okay. And in midlife as women, there's so much terrible advice out there. We really need to understand our physiology and work with it, not against it. Okay. I truly believe that no woman has to struggle forever with food. I don't think perimenopause and midlife has to suck. I think it can be an amazing time, and it should be an amazing time when we understand our physiology and when we choose to learn how to work with it and not against it. No woman has to feel stuck, overweight, overwhelmed, unheard, or drained anymore. This program will change everything for you. You've done so much for others over the last years. Now is your time to focus on you. Time to take care of your body. Your body deserves to be taken care of. So if you are ready to start working with your body instead of against it, and feel incredible in your own skin again, I invite you to join us. Join the Fitter, Leaner, Stronger method. I would love to work with you and support you through this. Are you in? I will send you a message, or there should be a link below or a link in the email where you got this, or you can send me a message in Instagram or on Facebook or wherever you and I have connected that brought you to this video, and let me know, yes, Carrie, I want in. Okay. Send me a message, click the button. And if this is what you want, then join us. I would love to work with you. Thank you.